In my previous video about alcohol, I briefly explained my view on Stoicism and the relationship between discipline and freedom. If you didn't watch it, I described it thusly. Self-discipline, a major tenet of Stoicism, is the only path to freedom. Discipline allows you to express dominion over your desires. Ironically, the conscious decision to restrict your actions results in increased control over your body and mind. Consequently, you are then able to decide the things you want to do, rather than be driven by mindless desires of the flesh. This ties closely with the video I made about meaning. In that video, I mentioned, life is tragic. The only escape from chaos is to accept it, and to accept mortality by accepting challenge and responsibility. The only alternative is impulsive pleasure. Hedonism is the pursuit of impulsive pleasure. Hedonism is the converse of discipline. In contrast, discipline utilizes delayed gratification, wherein an individual resists the temptation of an immediate reward in preference for a more substantial reward in the future. Often, when faced with temptation, our primal brains aren't able to consider the positive and negative consequences in the heat of the moment. This is why those who do not have discipline cave into social pressures and hedonism that they know either consciously or subconsciously is self-destructive. This somewhat depends on the size of the dopamine the person receives. The larger hits are generally the most addictive and destructive. Smaller, more frequent hits may have a similar effect. Nonetheless, generally speaking, with delayed gratification, long-term goals are more able to be realized. This results in a more successful and fulfilling life when compared to instant gratification. Discipline is not motivation. Motivation has its time and place, but it is fleeting. Discipline is a premeditated system of governance that predetermines action or inaction when faced with specific decisions. This system of governance should serve to realize the individual's purpose. In the case of the disciplined man, temptation is of little consequence. The disciplined man decided beforehand a temptation of this variety would detract from his goals and is therefore of no use to him. My advice to you: take the discipline pill. You'll be happier for it. Thanks for watching.